Life without liberty is like a body without the spirit. And this quote is from Khalil Gibran. Well, on that note, I welcome you to the Tricky Debate. I am HKO Live. Send us your WhatsApp or voice note to 024 488 3008.
It's the Tricky Debate.
Well, on Tricky Debate, if it's your first time listening to us, we basically pick a topic that seems not very popular with people, or people don't even think about, or may have thought about and don't realize how they want to go through it. But we bring it to your attention through our debate. And tonight is no exception. We're going to bring you one that is quite important and quite tricky. Okay, so here is our topic. Should couples put their children's needs ahead of their marriage? In other words, you get married and then you have children. Should you now take your children as the foremost people to be attended to in the relationship, or still your marriage will come first? That is our debate for tonight. Let's debate right now.
Tricky Debate. It's fun, awkward talk.
Yes. So I have two very able people in the studio to deal with this very important topic, which will go down in the annals of relationships as the greatest to be dealt with in the history of marriages. I have Honorable Nana Euntenhun and Honorable Miss Philo in the studio to deal with everything that you haven't thought of before. Yes, today they are both in glasses, and I didn't realize that Nana was planning on joining the two of us. But Nana, you are very welcome to the Glasses Wearing Club, aka the Honorables Behind the Shades. Here we are. Tricky Debate begins right now. Nana is talking on behalf of Children First. Miss Philo is of the view that marriage first. And since marriage comes before the children, or in our case, mostly children come before the marriage. Which is which? Which is which?
Depends on where you're coming from.
It depends on where you're coming from. So from where Nana is coming from, children come before marriage. From where Miss Philo is coming from, marriage comes before children. So let's go. Nana will deal with things first, right? All right. Listeners, our debate is on right now. Nana, your first 4 minutes.
Yeah, good evening to our cherished listeners. We truly loves you and then always wants to give you the best. I'm with the view that children are the most important element when it comes to marriage. Children or a child comes first before any other thing in a relationship.
Okay.
I always say that marriage is something we call investment, for which its products is children that you come or you bring to being. Yes, children well-being is one of the best. Children well-being is something that each and every parent wants for. You know, children's physical, emotional, and psychological needs are one of the things that parents or guardians or parents normally depends on most in developing or whatever they are doing. So when you talk about the one who comes the best or the most important one, I would say is the children. Parental responsibility. As a parent, you have a responsibility, and your responsibility is to take care of the child. So taking care of the child makes it known that, yes, the child is the most important element when it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to when the two of you have decided to be together forever. As you know that the child becomes the most important element, it is your responsibility to take care of the children. And taking care of the children, there are certain needs of you that you may need. But there's nothing you can do about it because their needs comes before you. I mean, you can just imagine if Xmas is coming, how parents are so much aggressive just because they want their children to enjoy. It's just that they know that, yes, children comes first before them. Children are the most important element before them. As you are there, and then your child will come with a school fees. You know it's your responsibility to pay school fees. Meanwhile, maybe you also need money to go and buy a yentuma, as the ladies normally used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that, no, let me go and pay the school fees of the children because they are the most important element. And that makes it important. The father will say, wo ye kwa ye kojo school fees ye ntua ye. Wo si me nkoto ye ntuma na fa kwa ya man say ye. Let me go and buy let me go and pay the school fees before you go to Yam and say ye. So which makes it that the child or the children becomes the most important element when it comes to any relationship or when it comes to marriage.
Mm.
And there's something that you all know that because their needs are something we always want, it's a short-term sacrifice.
Okay.
It's a short-term sacrifice. You can't be with... It's something that becomes your need thing in a relationship because maybe God has blessed you to be over 90 years. As the child gets to 20, 25 years, automatically some of them averagely leave the house. So it's a short-term thing. So their needs always, they are most important. They are the most important thing ever. That you always make sure that they are, what they want is what they get.
Okay.
That is why you see that every parent, instead their friends say, Obia, the Kiapin people say, Obia time.
Mm.
Obia time.
Mm.
Which means that always you are not neat. It's because of who? Really, take a woman that, or say, on the pencil health one obejina. As soon as the person delivers, realize that the child becomes a needful thing.
Sure.
Oh, in every situation, there are some assumptions or there are some element that comes out from it. So that makes it like that. So with my view, I still say that children are the most important.
Mm.
I use the word element. That means you cannot go or you cannot do away with them when it comes to marriage.
Thank you very much. Okay, Ms. Philo, your 4 minutes has begun. Are you here with me?
Mm-hmm. I'm here with you. So, okay. I would like to say good evening, just as Nana has already greeted. I'd also want to say good evening to our listeners for always keeping it locked down here, just to enjoy our program. Parents putting the needs of their children before theirs. That is sacrificing. Too much of sacrifice, I think, is bad. So therefore, yes. You see, sometimes, the same men or the same husbands, if we end up dedicating all our time in taking care of the kids, you see that sometimes the women end up not paying attention to their personal needs, physically, like appearance and all that. Like they've sacrificed everything for the children, and then at the end of the day,
don't be distracted.
And at the end of the day, they end up not taking care of themselves. And these men sometimes don't find them attractive. They end up going out because they feel like, no, that wasn't how she was when I first met her. So why is she not informed? Why is she not taking care of her? Look at her hair. I don't even remember the last time she went to the salon. So therefore, no. In as much as children are very much important when it comes to a marriage or something or whatever, if God blesses you with children, don't forget yourself. Put yourself first. First love, self-love. Love yourself first before taking care of the kids. Don't let taking care of the kids rather supersede you taking care of yourself. Some even end up with a lot of sicknesses, chronic ones. The challenges they go in. Because at the end of the day, no, always making sure washing. There are some homes when you go and you see the woman washing, you might think it's a laundry. Do you get it? She sacrificed everything just to take care of the home. After washing, she'll go and cook. Then she'll be calling the kid, hey, why are you? Come and do your homework. Have you done it? Sometimes the men are not always around. Most of the times, it's the women who are closer to these kids. And they take care of it. So it means, wow, what I saw it. So at the end of the day, they end up doing that. Then they forget that, no, I have to even fix my hair. It's been 4 months. The hair is smelling.
Yes, then they keep slapping it.
Yes. And then when it happens, when you go to bed, because now he's not finding you attractive like he used to be. Because when he knew you, like you're the type, let's say 3 weeks or 1 month, you're at the salon, like always looking, splashing and all that. But now, no. The kind of dress you wear, because you were taking care of the kids, you don't even find time to even wear good dress for your own self. Zoom, 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 zoom. You see, so please, for me, I think that you have to put yourself first. Love yourself before you loving your kids. No one is saying that don't, but take care of yourself first before taking care of the kids, because you end up having stress, and then there's much exhaustion, and then stress. Yes, you become exhausted, then stress too as well. So you see that psychologically you are not, and when it happens, like you are not fulfilled as a person. It's like I'm sacrificing my life for some people. What of me? So I'm not fulfilled, because what I'm supposed to do to make myself happy, I'm sacrificing everything for them. So when you end up doing that, you realize that you become unsatisfied, unfulfilled. You neglect your personal needs. Just as I said, the things that you're supposed to do, you don't do them. You don't go to the salon. You don't keep up your nails. No more remove a fusa, a finkwa, and all that. So I still with the view that no, you have to put yourself first before the children. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the Tricky Debate.
Did you ring the bell?
Yes.
Hey.
3 times. Nana, Yankwe, another 4 minutes for you.
Yes, as I already indicated.
Please get close to the mic for me.
As I've already indicated, I mean, children, as we all know.
Put the glasses back on so he gets used to it.
As we all know, are the most variable element when it comes to marriage.
Explain.
Yes. Variable. Yeah, the thing is that whenever a child is born, the Bible makes it as known that you say yentia akolano ewo nyame kwan so send ye be ya omfiri. But you have to also be known that you being the father, I always see that's one of my daughters, like fathers are the most people who blessed children, and mostly mothers are the people who care children.
Okay.
So when the two of you comes together and decide to give birth, you always make sure that that person becomes the priority. If not, you realize that akolano ko wayward, or they dress as the way you want, put out the makeups that you want. As she's saying, you can just decide to go to the salon every 3 days, forgetting that your child has not been to school. Maybe your child is going to school, but there are certain needs. You are outweighing it. You think that it's not somebody, especially the ladies who normally read economics at the university. They will always have their scale of preference, and their scale of preference always prefer that the children's needs becomes the last among the list. Because they always think that their dresses, like they see them to be, yes, this is the wife of Nana. And then their children, if they see them, oh, we can a number no. These are two languages. So I stand with the view that whenever there's a relation, whenever people get married and they give birth, the child tends to be the most important element, the most that you cannot do away with, because parents spending much time with their children makes it well known that, especially the women, now a man couple, it's fun. It's as soon as they give birth, they prefer to be with their children than anything. As you being the father, in the morning, they don't even think about what you are going to eat, but they think about what the child is going to eat. So, who tends to be the most important person in the relationship or in the marriage? It's the child. The father also thinks about paying for the child's school fees and buying the funeral dress. Who is the most important now? It's the child. So, children tends to rule the family when it comes to parents who are responsible. Okay. They tend to rule the family. So, with me, I still go and stand with the view that children are the most important elements when it comes to marriage. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, okay, you're sparing us time. Thank you very much. Yes, go on.
Okay, so I'll take it from there. Nurturing children is a good thing. As a parent, is a good thing. Like the upbringing of children is very, very essential, right? But that notwithstanding, you shouldn't neglect yourself. Don't forget that, no, you also have a responsibility. You have to take care of yourself. You end up, you see, sometimes you end up taking care of these kids, then you end up burning out. Do you understand? In as much as you are nurturing them, don't forget about yourself. You are equally important as them. If you neglect or if you forget about yourself and you end up taking care of these kids, it means they are your role model. You are their role model. You are teaching them that always they have to put others' needs ahead of theirs, because they are learning from you. My mom is always sacrificing for me. My father is always sacrificing for me without thinking of himself or herself. So it means what Shrem is say. So means to me, memma and for responsible for here sem. And yet, me first thing before myself. Do you understand? Which it shouldn't be so. Let a child also know that no, in as much as you think of people or you care for people's needs, no, let yours come first. So I want to ask this question. Assuming your rent is due, you don't have money to pay, you've struggled to get the money, and then someone comes in and is like, oh, me pacho wo mbo me busiana me fa nko pay baby na me ni baby a me ne me makredi etibeto, then you sacrifice yours for her. What have you done? What is sacrifice? No. So it means you never thought of yourself. So put yourself as, yes, yansu credit you. Do you get it? Now it's just a no. In as much as you want to help people in society, think of yourself first. In as much as I want to take care of my children, I want to see them go to that big university, become these prominent people in future, I have to also take care of myself. Because if I'm able to take care of myself well, I will be able to take care of them. Because my who will take care of these kids? Me kuku, and one day I'm crushed like that with this chronic disease. Who takes care of them? What becomes of them? And at the end of the sacrifice I was making for them, is it worth it? So sometimes you have to consider yourself first. Oh, sure, more all right, but think of yourself. Make sure you medically, psychologically, you do everything health-wise. You go, you check, you do your checks and all that. You put on good clothes, like to match your status.
Life.
Thank you. Do you get it? So please, for you not to be a tag in a way, or to be seen in a way, no, nobody is saying nurturing children is bad thing. As Nana was trying to paint the picture as nobody is saying that don't train the kids in the God-fearing way. No, I will do that, but I have to think of myself first. I have to put my needs there. Do you get it? Because a lot of times we do sacrifice for these kids and we end up forgetting that there are certain things that we need to do. And at the end of the day, we end up in a way that we ourselves are not happy. But when we see these kids, we try to put up a smile. They are pretending. There is something wrong with my mom. There is something wrong with my dad. But we put up that smile. Meanwhile, we've sacrificed for them now. You couldn't get it. You get so me. If you sacrifice, and one day sickness crush you, what becomes of these children? So, in as much as you're taking care of them, take care of yourself first before you be able to get the strength, gather the courage, gather the momentum, and then to be able to what to take care of these kids, to see them through life, to become these prominent people that you want them to be. Thank you.
Tricky debates. It's fun, awkward talk.
All right, so we are going to do our rebuttals. We have today we have 4 minutes to do it because we have quite a number of messages, and so those messages will come after your rebuttals. Nana, please tell us why you think marriage.
Please, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us why you think marriage should.
What she was making it so many. Thinking about someone getting sick and then taking care of yourself because
so convince me.
No, I'm not saying that you should not take care of yourself. All that I'm saying is that in marriage, the children is the product or is the outcome of an investment that the two of you. I always say that I'm with the view that marriage should be something like a contract for which it needs to be renewed every 10 years. Yeah, that is the best thing. It should be a contract. That in every 10 years you renew your contract. So that at the end of the day, when you realize that if I don't take care, this contract will not be renewed. Care is taken. And the outcome is the children.
Interesting concept. But truthfully, I mean, the ones we see will not be renewed.
And at the end of the day, the product, the outcome of an investment is the children. You get it? Because it's an investment that two parties has come together to be, and the outcome is the children. So, who is telling you that the investment, each one, okay, assuming a contract has been signed, the two parties and their investment is now the children, and we are telling them that you want their investment to go waste. No. Everybody wants to protect an investment. So that at the end of the day, okay, you look good. Whenever a man leaves a woman,
can I talk, please?
Whenever a man leaves a woman, the only thing that the woman does is because of Nkwalani. Who is the first priority here?
And Nana, you were saying,
no.
See, I wasn't making a statement to make it look as if, I said in as much as every parent's dream is to see the children becoming prominent people in future, like nurturing them in a way that they can fit into the society regardless. And I'm saying that before you do this, if I am not able to take care of myself, how do I take care of you? So I need to put myself first to be able to what? To have the strength, because mind you that when you do this, some people struggle, then they end up getting those chronic diseases and all that, and then you are making reference that first. Some people have taken those initiatives and they've ended up in their early graves.
No.
What? No. So what are you talking about? Sometimes it's not like that. No, it's not like that. Whatever I am saying is, it's good to take care of your kids, but yourself first. That's it.
No, yourself first. I've not said
you
that
need to balance between you take care of yourself first, your health wise, your well-being, so that you'll be able to meet the needs of your children. To what? To balance the whole thing, to make the family a happy one. What are you talking about?
No, what you are saying, you know I am laughing. It's like,
you're laughing because you don't have anything to say.
It's like you are trying to make the thing look as if that I don't understand why parents should take care of themselves. No.
Yes.
If you take care of yourself,
you don't
health-wise is best. you are well dressed and we bash your slippers and that's what
no. No. It's a mistake for me to be well dressed. That me bash Charlotte. That one they will be able to say I'm irresponsible.
Good. Then
So it's not about good. What I'm saying is, if I am able to put on good clothes, likewise my children, they have to also look good out there.
It is difficult
because I remember I said this. If Obeka, I said this earlier that if I wear good clothes, my kids should also wear good clothes. Didn't I say this? I said that. I never said something to make it look as if I'll be dressed up then me banebesha chalote. No. We both dressed up. Not when I hear ko baby na ma sha tarebia, mama sha tarebia ni mfa nkoda. Sometimes when you end up a year psychologically, you know, that's how it happens to you. Mentally. That's how you start thinking, oh mama sha adibia, mama sha adibia, mama sha adibia. Then before you realize you are losing your personality as a person, your confidence is going down, like everything, your beauty, you are fading out. So put yourself first before you be able to what? You can't say take care of these kids before their needs. It's not always that. No, it shouldn't be them. It should be you. Then day comes. So that's what I'm saying. Please.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes.
If you come on,
I just want you to understand that, as I've already indicated, whatever you want to do, these children comes first. These children are the people that we always say that because of the children. When women wants to leave marriage, they say because of the children. When men wants to break up with them, men doesn't go because of the children. It's because they are fed up. That one. But some men also say because of the kids, if I break up with you, the problem is that who is going to take care of the kids?
Okay, so
so
you put yourself first to be able to consider all. If the person didn't put him or herself first, why would he take this initiative that because of the kids? Sorry. Consider one sana. What of your happiness? There has been so many examples in the society.
All right.
So I still have the view that it should be parents before kids.
Okay,
thank you.
So, Lord Ivan says that I will pick my kids over the wife. Children are not replaceable. Wife can easily be replaced.
Tricky debates. It's fun.
You choose your wife over
talk.
your kids. Then the same way a woman also said that you choose the children over husband.
It's true. It's the same thing that somebody also saying it.
Listen, so
isn't that this woman who came together to have those children? What are you talking about?
Another message.
So what is your problem?
No. Whoever sent that message should come again. Whoever sent those messages, tell the person I said you should come again.
Let me read another message. Another one says. This is from Rosemont. She says that happens a lot because we focus on giving our children the best whilst neglecting how to make our partners happy, and therefore she thinks that communication will help in settling some of these things at home. Okay, I'm going to play a few of the messages, the voice notes that we got right now. Okay.
But how can you say that you choose your kids over the wife? You and who came together to make Nana is disturbing me here. Nana want to convince me, but I know.
Okay, listen.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think first of all, marriage is between two consented adults who see the need to live together. And biblically, God said it is not good for a man to live alone. So two people come together. So the institution of marriage is first of all between two people. So I think for the initial stage of marriage, things should be clear, because once you start giving birth, then you know that now responsibilities, care, love, and everything is shared between the spouses and the children. So where in the case that the children are very young, I think more of the attention and the care should be focused on the children, the young ones, because they are vulnerable. But in other instances where the children are, of age, and you think, I think they are matured enough, you should be able to focus on the marriage more. Regardless, even when the children are young, you shouldn't neglect your spouse or neglect your responsibility just because you've given birth. You should share the responsibilities equally, but the greater part of the responsibility should be based on the younger, vulnerable ones. But whereas the children grow, as they get going, and you see they can do stuff on their own, you should base your attention on your spouse, because the empty stage will definitely come. And once it comes, and all the children have gone out, you will see the work you've done in your marriage, whether you neglected your spouse totally or you shared your attention. So I think with this debate, it's half and half. It requires a lot of thinking, and it requires a lot of teamwork between the spouses. They should be able to figure out what to do so that nobody will feel neglected. That's what I can say.
I don't know. It's today. Like I said, deny yourself, like deliberately. If you have money, who are tired, but you can buy for yourself. I tell you, but if you need to carry my table from Molbana, what I'm Molbano. I say, like as long as you're taking care of them, no one way will pirate. Well, that's me. Papa no kade wakwa brechi ashasano. Only ashasano wakwa brechi no. Na go for being what to turn design and na do put jina one na do kuma. Over time naturally or rob unkofu on new. But you get decent things because he's trying to build a life home. Wife and kids at home, he's trying to get business. Baby. The sister skills will see this headache. Not to design so but she said he's living his life. That's what, like on mama make a day. I shall know as you're taking care of them now. Then when you're like on bed show, I show when I chill if you want say, now I'm a piece of paddy not a designer watches, the perfumes now. Shades.
Now this can be picked a different perspective. I will not say couples should put their children's needs ahead of their marriage. I think there should be a balance. So for the perspective I am coming from, I feel that they should equally prioritize their marriage and again attend to their kids' needs. Depending on the age of these children we're talking about here, if they are younger ones and they need support, definitely parents should be there to give them the needs, to nurture them to the right path. Again, prioritizing their marriage will give the home a sense of stability and security because it assures the kids that parents will always be together and love each other. And I feel that it helps in showing the path these kids will rode. And so it depends. As I say, it depends. So when the kids are of age and they are fully independent, you go back, continue with your marriage. But if you ignore the marriage, you don't pay the needed attention to it and focus on your kids' needs, there'll be a stage where you can't repair this marriage again. You guys will be leaving, but will be separated, doing things as if you are not couples. So for me, I wouldn't choose placing your children needs first nor your marriage first. I feel that you need to blend right. You need to know when to focus on the marriage, and you need to know when to attend to the kids of the needs of the children. So you balance right, and it should be fine. I strongly believe that prioritizing one will definitely come with this own disadvantage.
Okay, so those were a few of the messages we received from our listeners. You can also do the same the next time, next week when we come your way once again with tricky debate. Okay, so
you see,
30 seconds.
You see, just as I was saying, I was like, what? Whilst doing it, don't forget it. So, like, you see, that's exactly what they were all saying. So Nana was saying that do it 100%. It can't be possible like that. It has to go hand in hand. I have to take care of myself to be able to take care of them well. Look at these voice notes that you just played. They are all hitting on the same note. So Nana, you see, next time, please go back to the table.
Okay, Nana, 30 seconds for you to, before you accuse me.
No, what she's saying is totally wrong. The thing is that I'm not saying that you go in for 100% thing. It can be 80, but the needs of the kids come first.
You never mentioned anything like
the needs of the kids come first.
Anything like parents or like all what you said. You were 100% kids. I was the one that was doing the both sides.
Of the parents.
Oh no! Don't change your mouth. You've lost.
No, the needs of the kids come first. As he was saying, as those who just made a voice note,
parents
was saying that
parents.
How will you repair your marriage when the thing goes bad or that whatever?
Thank you both. I give you 30 seconds each. We are done. Thank you very much. This has been our tricky debate. What we looked at was this: should couples put their children's needs ahead of their marriage? You can debate it with your spouse. All right. That ends the tricky debate for this week. Our debaters have been Nana Ehuntehun and Miss Philo. We are coming back shortly with topic time. I am H.